After serving for more than 5 months on the front line in the east of Ukraine, fighting against Russian-backed militants, these Ukrainian paratroopers say they're not ready to go home. Their bags are packed, but these men from the 90th Airborne Battalion say they're not ready to be demobilized because they're still waiting for the government to issue them owed payment. The men here say that they have video footage of destroying enemy equipment a few months back, for which they were promised a reward of 42,000 hryvnias, or close to $2,000 by the government. But they have yet to receive any money. This paratrooper says,
I don't know who reported to the president that supposedly the reward money for destroyed equipment has not been received by the unit because the commanders didn't file the necessary reports. It is not so. We've been sending all the documents since February and we have video proof. We sent all the documents, but we have no answer. So what we have are the people who risk their lives running around begging for their money.
All the men tell us that they don't want to get demobilized because they're sure that if they go back home, they will never get to the bottom of this.
If we can't solve this here, then after demobilization, nobody will want even to talk to them.
This battalion was one of the last ones to leave in the final days of the siege of the Donetsk airport, a key strategic point which saw some of the fiercest battles between Russian-backed militants and Ukrainian troops in February. At the time, some media outlets dubbed it as Little Stalingrad because the Ukrainian troops were outnumbered and under-equipped. Photographs of the men who lost their lives at the Donetsk airport now hang on the wall of this base. Friends of one paratrooper who died in battle have left his personal items in their place: a mirror, a clothes hanger, and a bed. It's labeled and unused by others. The men also show us the equipment which they used during battles. Most of it is in dismal condition. Metal parts are rusted in places and tires are completely deflated. But they convince us that it's fully operational, only adding that if they had more equipment when they were defending the Donetsk airport, then maybe more of their comrades would be alive today.
Where did the new equipment go? I don't know. Maybe some elite brigades, maybe the National Guard. Our battalion, which was stationed at the Donetsk airport, didn't see any of the new equipment. But we fought and we didn't complain.
Nearly a year ago, Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko announced that military spending will increase to $3 billion over the next 2 years. But in June, the International Business Times reported that improvements in the Ukrainian military are yet to be seen. The outlet quoted a Ukrainian deputy defense minister who said the government, quote, did not have the funds to provide food and clothing for the growing number of soldiers, and that rising military costs are putting, quote, a strain on the Ukrainian economy.